Okay, welcome back to the Field Report. As you can see, this is the Field Report seal, and I was approved by the VA. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some changes. I'm not making them immediately, I'm making this transition slowly. Uh, we are the Christian blog still. We're just going to go by the name of the Field Report so that we can have a broader reach and we can go out and do assignments and we can do some other things. I like to keep myself open minded, put it that way. I don't know how open minded that means, but we're still the Christian blog. Um, but I will make those changes gradually. I wanted to talk about what kind of things I did in the past in 2007 with the Field Report. I went to Washington, D.C. I met with Fox News reporter Jim Engel, did a report on medical marijuana. That was just a very brief uh, interview, but a lot of things I've been able to do in the past got me a broader reach, and I've been able to do professional work at WGIB FM in Charlotte, North Carolina as a radio host. But that was more music related. That wasn't really, you know, blogging. When I started the Christian blog, I had every intention on blogging on prophecy news. But now that the prophecy news is really happening, I wanted to get the field report back. And the irony behind this story about the field report is that I had these t-shirts that I'm wearing right now, the field report t-shirts, were in my truck. My truck was towed and I didn't have access to my belongings, my equipment, my tablet, my everything I had for the field report, including my case, my carrying case. So once I had access to my truck, which ended up in the salvage because of the damages that the tow truck driver left my truck in, I was able to retain all the items from the truck. So I've be slowly but gradually been making this turn back to getting the field report back to where it was. Now you know the story, but the field report is a professional uh, endeavor. It's supposed to be, at least, okay, but it never evolved into that. So what I do is I do different things with it. I've done photography projects. I've gone to veteran parades. I represent the VA. I represent different entities as far as veteran homes. I have interviews. I have interviews lined up. So I do different things with the military vets, as that's part of it. Now the Christian end of it is that I still blog with the Christian blog, so that doesn't change. But we are titling it the Field Report because of a report that came out that they are going to start alienating Christian news and they're going to start calling it fake news. So I figured this is a good time to go ahead and get the Field Report back online and let's move it back on track again. I put it on hold for a while because of the fact of what I explained about the truck and my supplies and the t-shirts. I bought a bunch of these t-shirts for sale so that if anybody wanted to buy the t-shirts to support my cause, I need support. And, I'm a veteran and I'm on my own and it helps me fund this project. So there's a lot of things that I have been able to do, funding it myself, but I obviously have to buy new t-shirts and get it made again. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that without funding it. And there's limitations that have been put on me to do that. So we're still doing the Christian blog. We're still following prophecy, still that. And let me just show you. There's still Metacross there, so it's all incognito, you know. That's what I want you to know, is that it means the Christian blog still remains. It's just it's going to be called the field report because I think we're going to be on the ground doing things that I think, like I said, as I explained earlier, uh, we need out there to dealing with the lost world. And as a medic and a medical assistant and training is pretty much behind me. It's just applying what I know and using that training to be a useful tool to serve the Lord King and being instead of sitting there in idle position where sin is so easy to get caught up in. I think that when we're useful for the kingdom of God, I think that, we are a healthy vessel for the Lord. And I think that this is going to keep me occupied as well. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen as this transition time occurs. It'll happen as as you will notice these changes are going to happen. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll be today or next day or two, but I want to maintain the Christian blog as long as possible. But if it happens in a day or two, I just want you to know what's going on with the Christian blog. I don't want to lose subscribers. I don't want to lose you in the midst of this change. So I want to keep you abreast of the changes that are happening because of the reasons I stated earlier. So with that, please support the field report here and what we're going to be doing on assignments and interviews. I have interviews lined up. I look forward to those interviews. By the way, the Robbins House is a women's veterans program, and you'll love the people that I've met along the way that support women vets as well as Christian orientated programs that help, and you'll really enjoy the content of the information that is given to you. It'll inspire you some of the stories that are coming from these interviews as well. Thank you for listening and God bless you. And look forward to doing more interviews and talks coming up.